Campaigners in favour of retaining the Eighth Amendment have warned that the upcoming referendum will effectively give politicians exclusive power to decide Ireland's abortion laws. The pro-life campaign group says it's confident the referendum will be defeated.
Good morning and thank you.
Groups campaigning to retain the Eighth Amendment today gave their verdict on the Cabinet decision to hold a referendum on repealing the Eighth Amendment and replacing it with new wording stating the Oireachtas should legislate on such matters.
If repeal were to happen, it would mean that for the first time in our history, we would be withdrawing human rights from a vulnerable group of human beings instead of strengthening human rights protections. This move would have the effect of handing exclusive power to politicians on abortion, and experience shows that politicians breach this trust.
Some government ministers have said they would support repealing the Eighth Amendment, but have issues with the planned legislation that will be introduced if the referendum passes to allow terminations unrestricted up to 12 weeks. But today, campaigners to retain the Eighth Amendment said the focus should be on the actual question put to the people.
If they say yes to repeal under the government proposals, they are actually saying yes to abortion on demand in the short to medium term.
Those campaigning to retain the Eighth Amendment have clearly set out the parameters on which they want the upcoming referendum fought. They say the focus should be put on the question being put to the people of repeal and replace, rather than focusing on the legislation that the government will introduce afterwards, because they say one leads to the other. Martina Fitzgerald, RTÉ News, Leinster House.